Okay, so there's a lot of stuff wrong here. It starts with me first picking Sona blind, which is probably questionable, but well, we'll go with it. So they see the first pick Sona and they say, okay, we'll just play, Callista Pantheon and just like kill this idiot for first picking Sona, as well as just like walking up here like this, which I probably should have been more aware that they're in the bush. Also, I don't know if exhausting Pantheon is right. Maybe Callista's better. I also think Callista doesn't realize I have Guardian there, and that's why tries to just get the kill without flashing in, and like possibly could have just killed me by flashing, accounting for the Guardian damage. Um, so I probably shouldn't walk up. Callista shouldn't, should just go for the kill. Whatever. But the lane's in a better spot now that I haven't died. And also, I should know I have Guardian as well as two like armor runes. And the reason I started going Guardian was I was having a conversation with someone about if it seemed like useful or not compared to just like airy inspiration or whatever. And one thing I didn't realize was that I thought Shield Bash was like a really useless rune if you went Guardian and Resolve Primary, but Shield Bash actually gives you a bit of resist while you're shielded, and that I think is the more useful part. It's not like you're going to press W and auto people much or anything as Sona, but like the resist whenever you're shielded, I think are nice because you're just like constantly shielding yourself, and so it's nice to have a bit more armor and magic resist as well as the rest of the resolve tree. Revitalize is good, and conditioning is nice too. Anyway, so here you don't really like early skirmishes as Sona. You like the slow laning that we were having more. And even though Volibear is kind of like God mode champion, I'm sort of useless mode, so like we still kind of lose. So that's sort of unfortunate. But here, this is like auto Q, auto. You get the auto reset on the power chord. Which usually like you just want to queue people from max range and like not actually like go into trade. So it's nice to like once in a blue moon be able to use the like auto queue auto mechanic. But here we're trying to push the wave in, but like there's no way we manage to push it all the way in before they respawn, and so this is really really doomed because if we don't push it all the way in, they just freeze it here, and like yeah, we can't push it all the way in. So we should have just backed without trying to push, because now like we stick around and like just die. Maybe here, I mean I'm on a smoke screen, so I can't really make decisions. But like maybe I could try and kill Pantheon after he flashes in. But like it doesn't even matter. The point is we should have just backed there because like you need to push in the wave or just like not push it, and we can't get it to tower without dying. So we just shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. I have a tier here, and like maybe you could say, okay, well, they're just going to all in. You don't really need to out-sustain them. So like there's a case for two amp tomes or like an amp tome and a dark seal or whatever instead of tier, and maybe that's right. I don't know. I think in some ways it's like, well, we're just going to try and farm it out anyway, so I might as well just start stacking my tier. I'll mark maybe where you just like click on sort of the rock to ward over the wall there. If you just do it in practice tool, I'm not going to mark it, but like it's not that hard to get it down. And then like this roaming, because I see they're fighting mid. Pantheon starts roaming mid before I do, and like you really don't want to be roaming as Sona. Like I have no boots, I do nothing. I'm a useless champion. Graves runs away from me, like, cool, but, like, I really do nothing. The only reason, like, I'm kind of roaming here is it's like, well, there's really, like, if I'm bot, do we even get anything 2v1? Whereas if I don't roam and, like, Pantheon fucks my team, like, that might be bad, so I guess I should roam. But, like, you really don't want to be, like, roaming like this. I'm not really, like, doing anything. And then here I just die, because like Pantheon sort of has like twice my survivability, and like not only he does twice as much damage, takes twice as much damage, has more hard CC. So like in these roams are just really bad. And then like as a result of me dying like later, my ADC just dies as well, and then I just walk back and bot and die alone. But in a way, I think this is really good because if I can be like 500 LP and like making these like game losing deaths, then it's like, well, clearly I have a lot of stuff that I could just do better, and like win more games. So it's sort of a good spot to be in, to be like, well, I'm chain dying but still winning. So like, if I just stop dying, I'll probably win even more or something. So that's nice. But yeah, the point is, what I would really rather be doing as Sona is just like sitting in lane 2v2. Um, and like even that can be hard, but roaming is really bad because again, I just have like no boots or anything, um, no hard CC, no damage, no survivability. I just contribute nothing to the roams compared to Pantheon. And if roaming sort of implies like skirmishing and like fighting, and we probably lose in that. So anyway, in lane, the goal is again just to play slow and not get all in. And you can see how far back we're playing. And I end up dying here anyways. I think they actually play it pretty well, and maybe I could have played it better. And I think the only thing I could have done was just like immediately flash as soon as Pantheon flashes on me, and because you can see I'm not even like super ridiculously like out of position here. Like I'm pretty far back, you know, um, and I have like flash up, and I actually would go for the ult, but Callista sort of realizes, okay, as soon as Sona the stun ends, Sona's gonna ult, so Callista just like flashes as soon as the stun ends, and dodges my ult, which would have otherwise maybe hit both of them. I don't know. That would have been nice, but um, so I mean, I think Callista and Pantheon, I guess, played it properly, but this is pretty bad for us. Another sort of potentially game-losing thing. And Senna actually kind of clutches out surviving here, but still loses a lot of farm. You can see there are these minions dying at the tower that she isn't able to collect. Fortunately, our team comes through and just teleports bot, and then I get to pick up a shutdown. I don't think it matters if I get a shutdown or Callista gets it, or Senna gets the shutdown on Callista. But the main thing is, I guess I had to just flash away as soon as the Pantheon. It's really hard to react because it's fast, but I guess I should have just been ready for it and flashed away. And like this could have been really bad, especially if like it doesn't really matter if you die as support in itself, but then like if they force your AD to carry off the tower or dive them, it's bad. So I hit the tower there for some spell thief gold, but didn't get the plating, so that's probably kind of bad. But like definitely could not have gotten it, I think, because they were just coming to kill me. So and then here I'm just trying to like walk around and ward a bit without dying. And like sweeping and warding sort of defensively and stuff. But then start trying to go face check the bush, and then Camille is just like randomly here. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could say, well, as Silas is stuff. Sometimes Camille is just bot, whatever. Fortunately, Senna once again just like pops off after I die. So good job, Senna. Like these deaths could be kind of bad if my AD carry wasn't like surviving like the enemy dies. So what I probably should be doing is just like sitting in lane and like not checking the tri bush and just like sitting with Senna. So fortunately, Senna pulls it out, but it, I guess just sit in lane and do nothing is better than face check and die. And then Graves is taking our blue here. And I'd like try and almost so I felt like I was gonna get it and I didn't, but whatever. But like, you know, we can tell, okay, Karthus just don't die here. Like, we end up giving up the Infernal Dragon. It's really fine, though. Like, the main thing is we just don't, like, die, because we are going to outscale. And so, we just gotta not die. Here, it's like we take damage, but whatever. We're not dying, so it's all good. Again, here, we take damage, but we're not dying, so it's fine. Pantheon goes in. I guess the exhaust, I don't know if it's good or not, whatever. But we're surviving, so it's okay. And yeah, they get the dragon, but like it doesn't. It's whatever. They're not gonna get the soul, and we just gotta not die. And our team's somewhere. They're doing fine in their solo lanes, and then actually Volibear starts trying to like. It looks like a good fight. I flash in, But it's probably bad to go in like this. Like, it looks like a good fight, but like I blow Flash ult, we have Karthus ult, like Volibear is like God moding again, but like it ends up being a 2-for-2 with like blowing my Flash and ult and Volibear's Flash, because it turns out the enemy team is like 5 people bot. I don't know if it's just like the Sona signal or something that like drives the entire enemy team bot lane, but like they're all bots, so we shouldn't fight. Also, it turned out kind of bad that I just like walk around here. I don't know if I was like waiting for archangels or something. I don't know what, but it turns out that Silas kind of overstays, and maybe I could have saved Senna if I had just gone straight bot and saved him. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It's still a bad overstay by Silas, anyways. And so I get my archangels here. There's like a fight. I stay out of the. I ult Silas so he can't ult me and just run away. But the point here is I have Archangel, so if I'm just staying alive, you stack 120 mana per minute. If you're just like staying alive and mashing buttons, and so I just want to. You can get like 400 mana in 3 or 4 minutes on your Seraphs, and so by the time this fight starts, I have Seraphs, which is good because someone goes on me and like I between all the defensive options. So here it's like okay, there's going to be a fight. We're kind of running in. I don't know if we're going to go for a pick or so. Oh no, Graves is behind me. Like this might be scary, right? The enemy jungler is behind me, ignites me. It really doesn't matter. I have like a million shields, Seraphs, whatever. He literally is like not even breaking the shields. And then I ult him and like slow him and stuff. And I think I don't know if we actually kill him, but the point is like you're playing Sona and you're surviving, which is like basically good. So yeah, and they're sort of not doing anything to us on the top side of the fight, and then on the bottom side of the fight we just kill them. So like having the defensive tools is really nice. So like this is sort of a turning point. I think we kind of win the game at this point. Like Cloud Dragon is actually like it's good to have all of our ults up. I think more often. They actually do Baron here. It really doesn't matter, honestly. Like we should probably check it instead of resetting, but you know what? Whatever. Because like they can't actually force anything like 5v5 with Baron at this point. Like we'll just win the team fight. What they can do is like split multiple lanes and just try and like outplay us in like macro or something. I don't know. But like I just like randomly tried to chase bot lane instead of defending our inhibitor top lane. But like so we do lose an inhib, but it's fine. Killing someone who has Baron is always nice because it's like it slows down their Baron push. Like they can't really fight while the person's dead. Plus that person loses their Baron buff. So like it just like takes the wind out of their set. If you have Baron buff and you're like, okay, we're gonna win now, and then someone dies with Baron buff, it kind of like prevents you from winning the game there. So they don't really get anything off of the Baron. They get the inhib, which might be annoying if they're gonna like continuously apply like split push pressure or something. But like whatever. So like now dragon spawning, and I want to just like run in and fight it as a team, and I end up like sort of. Frontlining as Sona here. I guess the only good excuse, obviously, if I can walk up as Sona, my team should be walking up ahead of me. But like maybe they need to push the lanes out, so it's fair enough. And you can see I'm trying to like ward everywhere I go in, so I don't get like surprised. But Camille still runs out of nowhere and surprises me because I'm like running in front of Sona. But hilariously, Camille actually ults Volibear by accident. He's just like too big or something, and she like clicks on him. So like that's pretty much like we win, GG. But like hopefully even if Camille ulted me, I would have still been able to get my ult off, and between my Seraphs and everything I would have lived anyways. Like as it is, clearly they don't even like scratch me, and this game is like over at this point. It doesn't even, oh, they canceled the Karthus ult. It doesn't, like the team fight's over, they didn't kill me, because the team fight's sort of just like decided by if Sona dies or not, and they just didn't, like if you can't kill the Sona, you can't really win the team fight. So yeah, we just take the dragon, and like the game's kind of over at this point. A fun fact on Sona and Pantheon scaling is that like I actually am not even like ahead of Pantheon in gold ever, but I just become so much more useful than him. But anyway, I figured like I don't really want Athenes here. They're all AD, and I don't really need it. What maybe I'll just like go Ninja Tabai and like Zanya's or something, and like Sensor. I don't like. Once you have enough gold to like buy all this stuff on Sona, you basically win the game anyways. So it doesn't even matter what you buy, but I just sort of felt like, yeah, I'd rather get like Ninja Tabai and other stuff. Fiends. Um, the only way we can lose is if they like split push or something. Jackson did not a good job of like not dying in the side lane. I might as well just ult Graves here because like we just want to get a kill into Baron or something. I potentially if I had like gone a different way or something, like maybe could save Karthus here, but it's whatever. And like this is just the point when it's late game Sona. I have Magi. I haven't died for a while. We just like auto win these fights. You can see I'm also like 2 levels up on Panther. Once you do Baron, you're like always ahead of the enemy support in levels. And yeah, I'd also save Karthus from the enemy Silas Karthus ult, I think, with Guardian and W and stuff. And you just like outscale and it's over.